Nestled amidst the rolling hills of Bosnia and Herzegovina, the village of Međugorje was once an unknown, quiet corner of the world. Today it stands as a beacon of faith, drawing millions of pilgrims from every corner of the globe. The story of Međugorje is one of extraordinary encounters, unwavering belief, and profound spiritual transformation. It is a testament to the power of faith to move mountains and touch hearts. The children's initial fear soon gave way to a sense of awe and wonder as they listened to the Gospel's message. She spoke of peace, urging the world to turn away from sin and return to God. Her message resonated deeply with people yearning for hope and meaning in a world often filled with darkness and despair. June 24th, 1981 dawned like any other summer day in the village of Miraculous, nestled near Međugorje. The air, still cool from the retreating night, carried the scent of wildflowers and freshly tilled earth. The 6 children, Ivanka Ivankovic, Mirjana Dragicevic, Vika Ivankovic, Ivan Dragicevic, Maria Pavlovic and Yakov Kolo, went about their usual routines, their laughter echoing through the vineyards that carpeted the slopes. None of them could have imagined that this ordinary day would become etched in history, marking the beginning of a phenomenon that would forever change their lives and captivate the world. As the children cautiously approached, the figure grew more distinct, emerging from the shadows with an almost ethereal presence. It was a young woman of extraordinary beauty, her form bathed in soft, radiant light that seemed to emanate from within her, casting a gentle glow all around. She wore a simple grey gown, her long, flowing hair cascading over her shoulders like a silken waterfall, each strand shimmering in the light. In her arms she cradled a small child, its tiny hand resting trustingly in hers. The bond between them palpable and heartwarming. The children, their eyes wide with wonder, instantly recognized the figure before them. It was the Blessed Virgin Mary, her image as familiar to them as their own mothers, a beacon of hope and love. Overwhelmed by the sight, the children instinctively fell to their knees, their young voices trembling as they whispered prayers learned at their mother's knees, their hearts filled with a mix of fear and reverence. The lady, her head crowned with a halo of 12 stars, smiled down at them, her gentle eyes radiating an otherworldly love and compassion that seemed to envelop them in warmth. Though she didn't speak, her silence held a strange comfort, calming the children's initial fear and replacing it with a sense of awe and reverence, a silent communication that transcended words. News of the children's encounter spread through the village like wildfire, carried on the whispers of the wind. Skepticism abounded, of course. Many dismissed the children's story as an overactive imagination or a childish prank, nothing more. Others, however, felt a stirring within their hearts, a sense that something extraordinary had indeed occurred on that rocky hillside. As the apparitions continued, the lady, whom the children now confidently called Gospa, Our Lady, began to share her message with the world. It was a message of hope, of peace, and of the urgent need for humanity to turn back to God. The Gospel spoke of a world shrouded in darkness, a world teetering on the brink of self-destruction. But amidst the warnings, there was also a message of hope. The Gospel promised that God had not abandoned his creation. He was waiting with open arms for his children to return to him. Central to the Gospel's message was the call to prayer. She urged the faithful to make prayer an integral part of their daily lives, not just a perfunctory ritual performed in times of need. She emphasized the importance of heartfelt, sincere prayer, a conversation with God in which we open our hearts and minds to his will. The Gospel also stressed the importance of fasting, not as a form of self-punishment, but as a way to discipline the body and strengthen the spirit. Fasting, she explained, helps us to detach ourselves from the material world and focus on our spiritual well-being. It is a way to deny ourselves earthly pleasures and direct our hunger towards God. The Gospel's call to prayer and fasting was not meant to burden the faithful with onerous obligations. The Gospel also spoke at length about the importance of confession, urging the faithful to approach the sacrament with sincerity and a genuine desire for forgiveness. Confession, she explained, was not merely a laundry list of sins, but a transformative encounter with God's mercy. She emphasized that confession was not to be feared, but embraced as an opportunity for healing and renewal. It was a chance to lay bare our burdens, to receive forgiveness for our shortcomings, and to start anew with a clean slate. The Gospel's messages were not merely theoretical pronouncements meant to be passively received. She called on the faithful to live her messages, to put her words into action in their daily lives. She urged them to be instruments of peace in a world often torn apart by conflict and division. She called on them to be beacons of love and compassion in a world often characterized by indifference and self-interest. As the apparitions continued and news of the Gospel's messages spread, Međugorje underwent a remarkable transformation. What was once a quiet, unassuming village unknown to most of the world became a magnet for pilgrims seeking spiritual solace, healing, and a profound encounter with the divine. People from all walks of life, representing a myriad of cultures, languages, and faiths, began to converge on this small Bosnian village, drawn by an irresistible force, the allure of the sacred. The narrow, winding roads leading to Međugorje became arteries pulsating with the lifeblood of faith. Buses overflowing with pilgrims snaked their way through the hills, their arrival heralded by the joyous strains of hymns sung in a multitude of languages. The air buzzed with a palpable energy, a symphony of prayers whispered in hushed tones and songs of praise echoing through the valley. The pilgrims who flocked to Međugorje came seeking a myriad of things. Some arrived with hearts heavy with grief, seeking solace and healing from the loss of loved ones. Others came burdened by illness, their bodies racked with pain, their hopes clinging to the possibility of a miraculous cure. Many arrived seeking answers, their souls thirsting for a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, a glimpse of light in the midst of darkness and uncertainty. And then there were those who came simply to pray, to immerse themselves in the palpable spirituality of Međugorje, to escape the relentless noise and distractions of the world and rediscover the quiet whispers of their own hearts. They came seeking a respite from the relentless demands of modern life, a sanctuary where they could reconnect with their faith, their values, and their own deepest longings. The stories that flowed from Međugorje were as varied and diverse as the pilgrims themselves. There were tales of physical healings, of cancers inexplicably disappearing, of the lame walking and the blind seeing. These accounts, often recounted with a mixture of awe and gratitude, served as powerful testaments to the enduring power of faith and the boundless possibilities that exist when human hearts align with the divine. But perhaps even more compelling were the stories of inner transformation, the subtle yet profound shifts in perspective that rippled outward from this small Bosnian village. There were countless tales of hardened hearts softening, of cynicism giving way to hope, of broken relationships mended through the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. The extraordinary events at Međugorje, captivating the hearts and minds of millions worldwide, did not escape the scrutiny of the Catholic Church. The small town became a focal point of both faith and controversy, drawing attention from all corners of the globe. From the outset, the apparitions presented a unique challenge, their unprecedented duration and ongoing nature setting them apart from other Marian apparitions recognized by the Church. Unlike previous occurrences, these apparitions continued for years, creating a complex situation for the Church to navigate. This divergence sparked a debate within the Church, a delicate dance between cautious skepticism and a recognition of the profound spiritual fruits born from Međugorje. The Church had to balance its role as a guardian of faith with the undeniable impact these events had on the faithful. The local bishops, tasked with the weighty responsibility of discerning the authenticity of the apparitions, found themselves in uncharted territory. They had to consider both the spiritual and theological implications of these ongoing events. The sheer volume of pilgrims, the fervent testimonies of spiritual renewal, and the anecdotal reports of miraculous healings all pointed to a phenomenon worthy of serious investigation. These personal stories added layers of complexity to the Church's discernment process. Yet, the ongoing nature of the apparitions, defying the traditional trajectory of previous Marian apparitions, gave rise to questions and reservations. The Church had to tread carefully, ensuring that it neither dismissed genuine spiritual experiences nor endorsed something unverified. The Church, in its wisdom and prudence, has always approached claims of the supernatural with a healthy dose of caution. The process of discernment, particularly when it comes to Marian apparitions, is a meticulous one involving rigorous theological examination, careful analysis of eyewitness accounts, and a thorough evaluation of the fruits that flow from the alleged apparitions. In the case of Međugorje, this process has been further complicated by the ongoing nature of the apparitions, their unprecedented duration presenting a unique challenge for Church authorities. While the Catholic Church continues its discernment process, Međugorje has, for all intents and purposes, become a global parish, a spiritual home for millions seeking solace, healing, and a deeper connection with the divine. The sheer volume of pilgrims, the countless testimonies of spiritual renewal, and the anecdotal reports of miraculous healings all point to a profound spiritual reality at work, regardless of one's stance on the apparitions themselves. These stories woven into the fabric of Međugorje are as numerous as the stars in the night sky, each one shimmering with its own unique light and significance. Each story is a testament to the enduring power of faith, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. These tales reveal the profound ways in which the divine touches human lives, offering solace and strength. There's Maria, a young mother from Brazil, whose journey to Međugorje is one of the many threads in this tapestry of faith. She arrived in Međugorje, her heart heavy with the weight of her son's illness, seeking a glimmer of hope. Doctors had given him little chance of survival, their words a constant echo of despair, yet she clung fiercely to hope, her faith unwavering despite the odds. Drawn by the whispers of miracles that echoed from this small Bosnian village, she embarked on a pilgrimage. She climbed Apparition Hill on her knees, each step a testament to her devotion, her tears mingling with the dust, her prayers a desperate plea for a miracle. Her prayers were not just words, but a cry from the depths of her soul, seeking divine intervention. And while the miracle she so desperately sought did not manifest in the way she had envisioned, something profound happened. She found something else in Međugorje, a profound sense of peace that transcended her circumstances, a serenity that filled her heart. This peace brought her a deep knowing that she was not alone in her struggle, that her faith had connected her to something greater. Beyond the individual stories of healing and transformation, there lies a deeper, more universal message at the heart of Međugorje, a message that transcends religious boundaries and speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart, the yearning for peace. The Virgin Mary, in her messages to the visionaries, has repeatedly emphasized the importance of peace. Peace within ourselves, peace within our families, peace among nations. It is a message that has resonated deeply in a world often riven by conflict, violence, and division. More than 4 decades have passed since that summer day when 6 children claimed to have encountered the Virgin Mary on a rocky hillside. In that time, Međugorje has transformed from an obscure village in a war-torn nation to a global phenomenon, a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring power of faith. Millions have made the pilgrimage, drawn by a myriad of reasons: the yearning for healing, the search for meaning, the desire to deepen their faith, or simply the quiet whispers of the heart leading them to a place where the veil between heaven and earth seems whisper thin. Whether or not one accepts the veracity of the apparitions, the impact of Međugorje is undeniable. As the sun sets each day over the rolling hills of Međugorje, casting long shadows across Apparition Hill, the faithful gather. They come from all corners of the globe, their voices a symphony of languages and dialects, their hearts united in prayer. Some kneel in silent contemplation, their foreheads pressed against the cool stone of the church, seeking solace and guidance. Others walk the paths of Podbredo, their fingers tracing the beads of their rosaries, their steps a physical manifestation of their spiritual journey.